Through the planning stage of the music video and the ensuing tasks, I use internet technologies such as Prezi and SlideShare to note and document the planning and research. When planning the music video, we took into consideration the cameras we had on offer to us and the equipment. For example, when we first started our music video, we were using an older camera, but halfway through the recording of our music video, we were given a new camera, which didn't cause a large issue in quality difference, but in some shots in our music video, you can tell a difference in quality. For example, the jump cuts between Max's character and ours, as the vampires, as we're zoning on Max for our revenge, you can see the quality change quite clear from where we use an old camera for Max's shots and a new camera for ours. We wanted to resolve this issue, however, due to timing and deadlines, we didn't have the time to go back and reshoot again. When we created the first draft of the shooting script, we had the idea to use a green screen for a shot where the audience would only see our lips syncing to a track. We had to consider how we would acquire a green screen if we could create one ourselves, but this also came with the fear that the shot would then look unprofessional. So due to this uncertainty of acquiring a professional green screen or the shot looking high quality, we removed the shot from our music video. Although again, like of last year, we created our storyboard this year on paper and then photographed it, documented it on our blogs. This year I decided to create a mood board for our music video, but I did this online on a website called Pinterest.com, which is where you create a web page and then you pin different images to your own board. And I named this board A2 Music Media Mood Board. I decided to use a mood board unlike last year because I wanted to really focus the mise-en-scène in our music video. And by doing this, by taking different images off the internet and having them all on one platform, I could clearly see the kind of things that I wanted to use, like the colour schemes, the outfits, costumes, makeup, different looks for different vampires. For example, you have the stereotypical American teenage movie flick of a vampire being pretty and clean cut and handsome and good looking, whereas contrast to the gothic original vampire, you have them looking gritty, scary, fangs, blood, gore. And I think for our music video, as it's more for the fear factor rather than the American stereotype, we wanted the gore, we wanted the original gothic genre vampire. So by using the mood board, I could concentrate and focus the looks that I wanted to create throughout the music video and how I wanted to do our makeup, how I wanted us to dress. I based our costumes off images of vampires where they looked pure in white dresses in comparison to when their clothes were ripped up and they were damaged and broken, which is the exact contrast that I wanted to create between when our characters are pure and innocent and human to when our characters were then taken by Max's character, their humanity destroyed and they returned into vampires. So by using the mood board, it really helped us focus the mise-en-scène for our music video. This year we also used iMovie again to create and edit our music video. This is the software we used last year, so we already got to grips and we already knew everything about it, although we did have a refresher course where it was we got taught new things like how to do a split screen, which is something that we wanted to use in our music video when we were planning on lip syncing some of the songs when it was a performance and narrative music video. But there came a trouble when I attempted to use a split screen, which I knew how to do, but when it came to putting it in, I couldn't sync the timing of the lip sync and the lyrics together in one shot, and it just looked too unprofessional, too messy, and it had to be taken out. Especially as we took out the lip sync, there was no need for the split screen anymore. I used the software so I could edit. For our Digipack, I also use the software Fireworks. Now I use this Fireworks because it allows you to keep an image, delete the background image and overlap different images on top of each other, which really helped when it came to create my Digipack when I wanted the image of the woods and then I wanted to overlap the image of us as the band members, which would be really difficult to do on any other kind of software because I needed to edit out the background imagery when I had the photo shoot for the Digipack. It also allowed me to edit the imagery as well, change the fonts. I could draw in different sections, like when I added the hidden lyrics section to the digipack, the special features, it allowed me to draw in at the top of the image that I used on, to draw in like a little flap where I'd put the hidden lyrics. So using Fireworks gave me a really clear plan of when I'd print out my digipack, where I'd have to fold it and cut it, and it would all be ready made for me. So Fireworks is a really good software to use. I also use on the Macs software called iPhoto, which when I uploaded the photos from the camera, my camera, I could edit the photos how I wanted them to be, which is something I can't do on Fireworks. It's really good to have that at my disposal. I edited the coloration, I cropped, I rotated, I zoomed. It allowed me to, on the image of the eyes especially, I took that on a camera, uploaded it onto the image of the eyes for the digipack. I took it on the score camera, uploaded it onto the Macs, onto iPhoto, and it allowed me to crop, change the colour, change it to more of a black and white, add a kind of a clouded effect around the rest of my face, around there, so it completely focused on my eyes, which is something I couldn't have done on Fireworks. I then was able to save the image and then take it over to Fireworks and overlap it onto the image that I wanted it to do. In the construction of the music video, we also use YouTube to take the Delilah Go song, download it, convert it into an MP3 file format, and then we could integrate it into iMovie and overlap onto the music video. Throughout the construction as well, we also used a variation of videos and video documentation and documentation through Prezi and SlideShare, which allowed me to upload screen captures of what I was doing throughout the construction process. As well as having the score cameras at our disposal, we also used our own phones. I used my iPhone to document a lot of the research planning construction, especially when it came to my digipack. I used my iPhone to take specific images of like the woods. When we went to photograph the woods, we didn't have a camera to use, like a professional one. So Laurie, who took the photos for me on the day, used her iPhone to take the images. The woods for us, which worked fine. They were still high quality, which was good. I wanted, because I was in charge of the digipack, I wanted to do a professional photo shoot with a professional camera, but unfortunately I couldn't get one in time from the photography department, so I had to use the score camera that we were filming on, which is still good quality, and we still came out with really good images. Throughout the construction of my digipack, I also use my iPhone to document people's opinions, like pages on my blog, her review of the digipack as well. Sometimes we felt restricted in our access to media equipment and software. For example, there was a lot of times when I wanted to record what I was doing while I was doing it. On the Macs, when I was editing and stuff like that, and especially in this stage now I'm doing my evaluation, I would have really liked to be able to have recorded the screen, the Mac, and to be able to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes there was the software that we had on the Macs was old, so when it came to doing something like recording the screen on something like a QuickTime Player, because it wasn't the most up-to-date software, that wasn't achievable to us. I felt restrained in the fact that we had to get rid of some shots due to the lack of equipment for us, like the green screen. Although as the progression of our music video went on and the more we constructed it, we realised we didn't actually like the idea of the green screen with the lips to make a black screen with us lip syncing on it. What started to put us off the most was the fact that we wasn't able to find a professional green screen. So without purchasing one, which wasn't feasible at the time, so we would have had to hand make one, which we saw would have made a lot of issues with it looking unprofessional and looking tacky and not being clear and perfect the way we wanted it to be. I also felt that the changing quality in our music video is quite frustrating, because we did start off with the older cameras, and then once we got the new cameras halfway through the construction of the music video, we had to use the new cameras because they were the only ones at our disposal. And I wish we had the time to go back and reshoot, because as a whole the music video is great, but on certain sections it really does frustrate me to be able to see the quality difference so much. I wish I had the time to go back and reshoot that footage, because I know it would improve my music video an incredible amount just to have the same level of quality run through it all as well.